Yeah, sorry for the delay. I think I couldn't manage the comment section. So now I think it's fine. I think even Subhash sir is also live. Yeah. Now I could see the comments. Yeah, we can start our session. I think sir has only 10 minutes. He has to go for preparation and all. So yeah, hello everyone. Um, I think nice to meet you all after a long time. Because of some issues, I was busy resolving it, and now I have got enough time to, to try to teach something on my channel. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, so I think as we have very less time for Subhash sir, we can start with your question and answer session. Those who have doubts related to ethics paper, they can start asking it.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, Subhash.
Okay, okay.
See, as you all know, Subhash sir is in IRS in IT. Currently is undergoing training at Nagpur, and sir has scored very well in ethics paper several times.
Yeah.
Uh, Sources for ethics, I think the first, yeah, sir will answer the question. The
Little bit
sources for
about
ethics.
my ethics sources were initially I took very basic understanding from vision ethics material, value added material. There were some other sources such as Balaji sir's ethics book also, but those didn't help me that much. But later on, one thing which I got suggested was to watch Michael Sandel's lectures on YouTube. So when I was free, I was able to listen to most of the lectures and like could understand the grasp the basic ethics concepts from there. And then later on, from various value-added materials of especially Sunya
Subhash,
IS 1.
sorry to interrupt. Your video is not live. I think your video is not working. Could you check your video?
Okay, 1 second. Is it audible? Am I audible now?
You are audible, but your video is not working. I mean, it's not moving there. Could you join again? Could you
I think the comments are saying that video is working and they're able to see both of us.
go? Working fine for us. Maybe I am unable to see you. I don't know why. I
Video is
think this
working.
problem.
The comments. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can continue. So there are sources for ethics, as you
So
said. Yeah.
basically, what I would suggest is that first understand the concepts from. If you are attending any coaching, then listen to the lectures very keenly. Understand the concepts. Where you are understanding the concepts doesn't matter much. You can read either vision value added material or Michael Sandel's lectures on YouTube. So once you are past the basic understanding stage, I would suggest you to actually make notes by your own self, where you can try to incorporate examples from newspaper clippings if you have a habit of reading newspaper regularly, or you can use your own personal examples where you have experienced and showed the ethical values basically. And one thing which which helped me, which I could recall and remember, was Sunya IS value added material. They have a small booklet of examples and key things. So that also helped me a lot. basically I prepared my own notes and I was able to revise it multiple times. So I didn't stick to multiple sources. I kept my sources limited only, but I kept on repeating them in answers, which actually helped me.
Yeah, there is another important question. Ethics, how to complete paper on time?
Yeah, ethics is one of the lengthiest paper out of all the GS papers, is what I feel. Because if you start thinking, a lot of time gets wasted during the actual 3 hours of the exam. And ethics is one such paper where for every question you will be thinking a lot, like which example to quote, which example to. So the examples and the definitions and the uh, basic part which you have to like write in most of the answers. Like for example, if a question comes on emotional intelligence, you have to have emotional intelligence definitions ready with you so that you can write quickly. Two, three examples ready with you so that you can write quickly. And then depending on the question, whatever the question has been asked, whether emotional intelligence in office setting or any other thing, whatever they are asking, then you can quickly align your pre-prepared material to the question and quickly complete it. Most of the answer time you can reduce only by answer writing and practicing it multiple times. The same definition and the same examples. Try writing multiple times. That's how I, I, I think you can reduce a lot of time.
Subhash, there is one more question. Whose lectures? Like you have mentioned some lectures, so can you repeat the name of that person?
Just go to YouTube and search Harvard ethics lectures. I think it's by professor called Michael Sandel.
Michael Sandel. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's another question. How to revise and make short notes for ethics?
Revise you have to do multiple times. Making short notes is basically understand the concept very clearly so that you don't have to write so much in your notes, and just whatever you have to remember exactly, only that mention in your notes, so that if you know the emotional intelligence definition, you don't have to write it in your notes. If you know two three examples, you don't have to write it in your notes, but you can write in your notes something like some specific diagram of emotional intelligence, 4 matrix wala diagram, or any other thing which you find will quoting will actually make your answer a little bit differentiated to other common answers written by other people. So such specific value added materials you can keep them in your notes, and you can keep it very concise because you have to
Yeah.
handle
Okay.
TDL.
Okay. So can we add GS elements such as data or other than conventional ethics answers?
Yeah, definitely they will improve and enrich your answers a lot. Like it will clearly differentiate between a normal person who understands ethics and writing and someone who understood the concepts and is also preparing for UPS exam and has a wide range of the GS knowledge. For example, suppose for anything such as compassion or any of the basic ethical qualities that you need to have. So you can quote any good UPSC scheme related thing where you can actually showcase compassion, such as there is Hrudayanjali scheme by Ministry of Education, I think, where educated people can go and teach people in rural backgrounds or poor areas. So such kind of specific niche examples, if you can relate GS with ethical concepts, they will fetch you very good marks. It will basically differentiate a normal answer to a very good answer.
Subhash, they're complaining that your voice is not clear. Could you just join again? Like go back and join
Okay.
back. Like sorry guys, I think there's issues with the network there. Sir is in academy now. Till then, I can try to manage here. So actually, because of the timing and all, sir will not be able to spend much time now. Once again, we'll come back. We'll try to do another live session. Can you hear my voice?
Able now? I think it's breaking from your side.
I think, is my voice audible? Yes. Can you hear my voice now? Everyone, is it okay? Yeah, it's fine now. Yeah, I'm unable to see you, Subhash. I don't know why. Can you see Subhash sir now?
Yes, yes. I think they can see me.
Can you see Subhash sir? I'm unable to see you, Subhash here.
Yeah, I think they can see both of us and they can hear both of us.
Can you hear and see both of us? Yeah, all right. So yeah, you can ask questions now. Let's not waste time. Yes, or yeah, it's fine. So you can ask questions now.
Basically, one thing I want to suggest everyone as a general tip is that the most scoring subjects where you can like definitely get any rank, at least get into the list with sure shot, is that you have to focus mainly on three things. One is your number one priority is your optional. You have to finish it at any cost and score a very decent marks, like at least 280, around 280 marks. And the second most important is either ethics or essay, and third is the other one, whatever you have chosen. So if you are able to completely finish and write with confidence these three things, optional, ethics, and essay, it's very difficult for you not to get selected. Forget about getting into the top 100 or IAS or other things, but first of all, to get into the rank list and to get a decent service, you have to like very good. You have to have very good understanding and grasping of concepts in these three papers. And ethics is one such area where you can score very good marks, around 110 to 120. So keep a target of around 280 for optional, around 110 to 120 for ethics, and around 120 for essay. Then it's very difficult for you not to get any service. And the rest depends on the GS marks, the other three papers. If you are able to score very well, then you probably might get the top ranks, or even average marks would fetch you a good service, is what I would suggest.
Okay, so
How to
people are
overcome
asking.
chaos undergoing inside aspirant during preparation.
Hmm.
How one should plan their year with full-time coaching. See, I think even I can relate it this question to myself and Rajinikanth when we were preparing. We used to be confident outside, but both of us know that inside we were also a little bit doubtful until we could see our ranks in the list. So, what I would suggest is, I think even Rajinikanth will agree with me. Keep a good friend circle, have a good routine where you have very less time to think about these negative things. Keep a good schedule, have a good discipline in terms of whatever you're doing. Keep a regular schedule, have a good friend circle who are preparing very seriously, and your family and others also can actually support. Like have a routine and have some time for your personal time also. So that is what I would suggest.
So initially, I thought to keep it for ethics paper, but when somebody has asked this question, so I just wanted to give some useful tips to continue this preparation. I think one Subhash sir has mentioned that all we should have a very good company, because what happens is that you sit and study for so many hours, and if you are unable to uh, you know uh, discuss these things with any of if nobody, I don't think you will be able to continue the next day, or for the next week. So one or the two friends or three friends, somebody who is preparing along with you, if you are able to discuss with them, if you are able to express your doubts or your problems with them, definitely they will help you out, because this is going to be a very long journey. This is not, of course, like even the examination pattern itself, it will take 1.5 year, and our preparation, minimum it will take 1.5 year. So overall, it will be around 2 to 3 years. So without having very good company, just being isolated, it will be very difficult. Yeah. Other things sir will also mention. It's like, what are the important tips you want to give to the new aspirants, Subhash?
Yeah, there's one new aspirants in the sense I'm seeing another question. I'm second attempt how to achieve. So basically, it doesn't matter if it is first attempt or second attempt. The journey is the same. You have to finish syllabus. Keep a copy of the syllabus. Find out each specific chapter from the syllabus, each point, and from that point, what are the previous year questions? Like study the topic, see the previous year questions, try to attempt few answers, show it to some any mentor of yours, if and get tips from them, and then prepare your own notes as per syllabus wise, seeing the previous year questions. Once you prepare the basic notes, then I think then rest all depends on your practice itself. Once you have finished the syllabus and you started practicing the answers, you are in a very good position to clear this exam.
Yeah,
I think
one
case
question
studies
somebody
approach,
is asking
yeah,
repeatedly.
definitely case studies.
Environment ecology. Subhash, 1 second. So there are some person is asking about how to prepare for environment ecology for prelims. So
Environment, I remember me studying Shankar IAS book. There is one Shankar IAS book, green color book. Not everything is important from that, but the basic concepts and basic things which I needed to revise regarding climate change, other things, I all got it from an Shankar IAS book only. Rest, I attempted so many test series. Whenever I used to find any new term or new concept or new fact or something, I used to jot it down in my notes, and then finally before the prelims, I think I revised PT 365, mains 365. Yeah, for before prelims and mains. So once if you glance through the PT 365, and that is for the current affairs part, and if you have static notes from the Shankar IAS and some few test series, I think you are done for environment and ecology part, especially for prelims.
yeah, someone has asked that Sonia notes are good or bad. Yeah, I think previously have mentioned that Sonia notes for mains is very good. Even I have used, but again, don't completely depend on them. You see, the first point is that you have to focus more on the syllabus than any particular source. So if you are able to finish your syllabus from any source, it's fine. So even if you can, some topics I used to read it from Wikipedia also, and some topics from PIB, some topics from yeah, like other sources like Vision Mails 365. Yeah, but however, Sonia notes can be used as for the basic material. Whenever you have some doubt, you can just open the book, you can go through them. But again, that won't be enough. Again, you have to go through test series solutions also. What I did, because test series, they are updated with current affairs, and they also include new terms and facts, data, everything. You can get it through the test series solutions also. So I have focused on test series also. Yeah. So any sort of so the Hindu weekly magazine lexicon book is enough for ethics paper and case studies. So sir
One
has
thing I
previous.
must stress is nothing for this exam, nothing is sufficient and everything is sufficient. You can't say that reading one book will help me or reading this much will help me. What if it doesn't help you? Are you going to take that risk? You have to keep on enriching whatever you have from wherever source you are getting. If you have finished the basic static part notes from any one book, that will be sufficient, but you can constantly add and enrich your notes with various examples from whatever test series you are writing, whatever newspaper you are reading, or whatever current affairs magazine you are reading. So you keep on value adding it and enriching it.
So guys, one another important aspect which I missed in the beginning. I keep on telling even during my interviews that you need a proper guidance. What I did is that in the initial 3 years, I read a lot. I used to sit for 7 hours, 8 hours a day, but I was not aware of the syllabus. I was not aware of the previous year's papers. So I was just keep on reading. I improved. I gained lot of content knowledge, but I was not sure whether that is useful for UPSC or not. So make sure that whatever you read, that should be useful for your prelims or mains. Don't We are not going to become scientists or something here. We are here for an examination. Look it as examination only. So try to have a senior or some mentor and keep on asking them. They just just for one day you talk to them, and the rest for 1 month or 6 months you keep. Either you should have some success people around you, some seniors, someone who has experience in writing means, or someone who has cleared several prelims, or someone who has given interview. Definitely those people will they take their guidance. Don't go with ego. See, when you may have come from good institute, you may you have gold medalist in your college or whatever. It will not help you in civil services examination. Trust me. Those who come from very small colleges, because I'll tell you one example. I have one friend, is Sai Prakash IPS, 22 batch IPS. He is from very normal college, but the way he worked hard, the way he, understood UPSC examination, you know, made him into, stand in that, top 1,000 or top 500. So I'm saying your college, your previous background will not matter as long as you have very proper guidance for this examination. You are hardworking, you have smart work, you have discipline. These are the factors which will help you. Just going through a lot of content, I've seen people reading, writing so many test series. You know, they're learning a lot, but still, when we ask the important question, they're unable to answer because they don't know. Second thing is that when you read more, you won't be able to revise properly. So always read according to the syllabus and try to talk to seniors, mentors, these people. Don't go with that, bad attitude, right? Yeah. So other questions we can discuss now. Important questions. Do you need to, Subhash, do you have to leave now?
Sorry guys, I have a little commitment. This whole thing started a bit late, so I couldn't spend much time with you. But I
Yeah.
promise next time I'll spend more time. Even I am undergoing departmental exams here, so I also have to read a little bit like you guys. So I'll be meeting
Yeah.
you
Okay.
in any other session in the upcoming days. Okay.
So I think I have to thank Subhash, taking time even during his examination. I think he is giving his final examinations in academy. Even after that, he would be able to spend some time for students. Thank you, Subhash. I think very soon we will conduct another important session
Yes,
on where
yes.
we can clear
Definitely
all your
next week
doubts.
I have
Huh?
exams. Definitely after next week, I'll be very much more free than right now.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Subhash. So don't worry, guys. I'll continue with your questions. For next 10 minutes, I'll be here. There's one question, sir. I'm scoring 100 to 105 in GS for last attempts. How can I increase score to 120, especially in case studies part, sir? See, case studies, I'll tell you, all the case studies are related to your ethics syllabus only. For example, one case study will be related to emotional intelligence. One case study will be related to attitude. One case study will be related to corruption. So, if you are first thing we have to do in case studies is the identify what is the major theme of that case study. So, if you are able to identify the theme and if you are able to mention that theme in the introduction, sir, that so this case study is related to so and so, and and what is the uh, what kind of solutions required for that particular theme should be written instead of generalized solutions. What happens is that you just give, when we study case study, we just look like a normal case study with a different what you called dimensions, but that case study will be limited to one particular theme. Then the solution should also go around the theme itself. Secondly, you have to use those important keywords from the static part which you read for example, take emotional intelligence, you have many keywords. So try to write those keywords in the case studies also. Then remember few things when you write case studies. One is rule of law, that they'll ask you that you are a district collector. Remember, when you're a district collector, you have to follow the rule of law, you have to follow the constitution, then you have to, follow the moral values which we study in ethics paper, that you have to try to mention those moral values when you have to give solution to particular problem. So remember, the case study is not just a case study, it is related to your syllabus itself. And whatever you write, try to include keywords. Secondly, again, try to give more practical examples. That if they are asking about some, let's take that if you are a district collector of a particular district where there is a sand mining, illegal sand mining. Many times we read about illegal sand mining in newspapers. So if you are able to quote that particular example here in this case study, they can understand that you have very real understanding of this case study. So try to quote real life examples even in your case studies. And that I again mentioned, even when you're writing your essay, even when you're writing your GS answers, those who write more examples, especially more real life examples, will score more. That is what happened in my previous mains, and the mains when I cleared these examinations, right? So yeah, my question to PYQ, how to do PYQ analysis. See, yeah, I think when you every day, at least for the next 6 months, this is a very important tip. I think I believe everybody is listening. Once you are starting for the prelims examination, at least for the 1 or 2 months, start your day with, always start your day with PYQs. So when we say PYQ, for example, for 1 week, if you're studying history, let's say I used to study history for 1 week, polity for 1 week. I used to have a schedule like that. So for every morning when I used to start my day, I used to take 5 or 10 questions from last 5 to 10 years. I used to solve those questions. Then I used to understand like what kind of themes are asked. So when you read the question, remember, try to know from where it is asked, which topic they are focusing on. For example, in history, if you see that the syllabus is very huge. However, there are certain topics from where the questions are picked. For example, if you see Gandhi is frequently asked in our examination, or some important personalities like Ambedkar or Nehru, or the social reformers. So you have to know that you have to read more about these certain personalities, especially Gandhi and Ambedkar. If you see, another example, if you see, there are many times there was questions on Samrat Ashoka or the King Ashoka during the Mauryan period. This was frequently asked. So I used to focus on the Mauryan dynasty, especially on the period of the Ashoka. So that way, when you see the question, try to underline the themes, like from where this question is asked. Then note on all the themes. Then focus on those themes. That's how you can, minimize your work. You can save your time. You can revise more. Instead of reading everything, try to focus on those key themes from the PYQs. Then, yeah, so we'll answer another question. How to cover scheme, their objectives, and so again, schemes are also very important. There are, see, in government, when it comes to schemes, there are, we can say, two types of schemes. One is flagship scheme, one is normal scheme. For example, Ayushman Bharat is a flagship scheme of the government. Why? It is going to affect large, section of the society, and because health is an important, part of, important for every person. So the schemes related to agriculture, health, education, right? Then women, old age, those schemes which are affecting the large section of the society should be given more priority while reading the schemes. No need to read all the schemes. They will definitely ask you from the important schemes only. But again, remember, you have to have clarity over that scheme. Instead of reading lot of schemes, and if you do not have clarity, that won't fetch you mark. So even if you're reading 10, 15, 20 schemes, try to read them in detail. The rest of the schemes you can read normally. So you have to prioritize that there are schemes which are important for the examination. There are some schemes which may be asked, which may not be asked, right? So I think, sorry, I'm unable to answer all your questions now. Do you have any? I think so. Your practice. So yeah, I'll talk about here. And I'll take few minutes to talk about CSAT. See, I have come from non-math background. I studied history in my graduation, post-graduation. My option is also history. Even my intermediate was also, I was doing, I was from the arts background. Even after that, I cleared CSAT 4 times. I'll tell you the simple technique for it. One thing, always focus on PYQs. And once you see CSAT PYQs, you can see that there are, first of all, there are 80 questions in CSAT, 27 passages, 26 passages, and the rest of the questions are quant and the reasoning. So again, the required marks, it is just 67 or 66 marks. No need to score 150 or above 100. You just need to get 75, 80. That's enough to clear with good, decent margin. So I come from non-math background. I used to give very much importance to the passages. As I said, there will be 26, 27, 28 passages. If you are able to score more than 20, if you're able to correct 20 or 22 passages, your work is half done. Only you have to get 10 or 12 math questions, correct. So that is what I used to do. I used to attempt 45 for, even for the last 3, 4 years. CSAT was very tough. 21, 22, 23, especially, they're very tough. Even after that, I could clear because my strategy was very clear. I'll attempt 27 passages, then 20 or 25 maths. Even I know that I can get 20 or 22 compression correct, or 15, 10 to 15 quant correct. So my score used to stand around somewhere between 75 to 80. And as I said, in quant also, don't go for the tough ones. You always have easy questions even in quant and reasoning. So if you analyze the PYQs properly and every day, I used to sit for 6 months. I used to practice PYQs again and again, and I had a very good understanding of what type of questions are asked in quant, what type of questions are asked in reasoning, which questions I have to pick up, and how to solve. And I have very good command over the comprehension also. So I could see that 4, 5 types of passages asked in this comprehension. So if you are able to differentiate what is corollary, what is assumption, then you have critical message of the passage. There is a small difference between these important directives. If you are able to identify these directives, definitely you can able to score, get correct, more than 20 correct, right? And in maths also, you are, you have syllogisms, you have, basic mathematical questions. Then you have what you call this alphabets, questions related to alphabets, all these things, they are very easy. Some calendar questions, yeah, like I said, like some basic questions are always asked. So try to focus on these questions instead of going for the ones, right? uh, Science and technologies. All right, guys. So the rest, see, don't worry. I'll take more and more live sessions. I'll be coming now. As I said, I have some time till my issues, my service allocation get resolved and all. So I'll be there for few months. I'll take these live sessions frequently. And then I just wanted to, I'm going to start a prelims mentorship program also along with my friend. So will soon will reveal the details also. Yeah. So keep working hard. The rest of the questions I'll try to note down, and I'll try to answer them in the Telegram. Uh, Good night, guys. Have a great day.